Right, man.
Yeah, unranked and unhinged.
Unranked, unhinged. We're back, baby.
We never left.
So
And
what's
it is-
going on?
It's amazing we are back because
back.
last week, if y'all watched it, last week was at the beach,
At the beach, we had a Apache Pier.
Apache Pier. It was phenomenally wonderful, and
it
we had
was-
an absolute blast.
It was fantastic. We put some miles behind us, and we made our way back home.
Yep,
we
reluctantly.
We got our We need to. We're definitely gonna have to go back to the beach.
Yes.
Which we did. We did leave.
Yeah, we did leave. I wish that we hadn't. I love the beach. I mean, we should have just called the wives and said, "Pack up, come on down.
Come on.
We're gonna find a way to make a living down here."
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, I've always wanted to sell coconut monkeys.
Coconut monkeys.
Yeah, to tourists.
What is that?
You've never seen a coconut monkey?
No.
Oh, it's really cool. You just, you take a coconut, and it takes about 5 minutes. I've watched these little islander guys do them, and they kind of carve around
out
a
a
little bit.
monkey?
Yeah, and they make a monkey's head,
All right.
and then they wrap up a little piece of paper like he's smoking a cigarette. But yeah, they make coconut monkeys, and it takes them 5 minutes, and they sell these things for like $20.
Is there a market for them?
Gosh, every tour, I've got 3 of them. So, if you're a tourist, you buy a coconut monkey. I think it's a law,
that's what we do.
actually. So,
So, man, I tell you what, we have a kind of a special episode tonight.
every episode is
exactly.
special.
Everybody knows we were at the Bassmasters Classic a few weeks ago, so we are going to go from the Bassmasters to the Golf Masters.
Yep.
This is Masters Week.
Yes.
If everybody doesn't know, it is the granddaddy of golf tournaments in Augusta, Georgia.
Augusta, Georgia. It's a beautiful place.
It's the Augusta National Golf Club.
Yeah, you got some history on that, don't you?
I do. I have a little bit. I hope I get this right. I'll tell you a little bit about what I know, but just let everybody know. A lot of this is our opinion.
Yeah.
What we describe, what we see. This is our opinion. So yeah.
And I make up stuff, so if I say something, it's probably untrue anyway.
Yeah. So the Augusta National was born in 1933. So it was by the legendary amateur golfer Bobby Jones and investment banker Clifford Roberts.
Yep.
They transformed this. It was a former nursery into a golf course that it really kind of feels like a dream now.
So what? You're sweating. What's
It's
the
hot
matter?
in here, dude.
Yeah, no,
It is
I didn't cool
freaking
it down.
hot.
I didn't cool it down for Gene. For those of you all who are listening to this on Spotify, Gene just showed us his sweaty pit.
Sweaty bit.
Sweaty pit. Hey, that's another T-shirt. We need a notepad.
We're going to have merch.
Merch. Yeah.
We have merch.
So you were talking about
so,
Bobby
yeah, so-
Jones
so
and his
the,
boyfriend.
So the Augusta National was born in 1933. Well, it wasn't necessarily born; it was just kind of purchased. It used to be a former nursery. They had shrubberies and trees and some flowers.
You beat me to it on that
And
one.
by the legendary amateur golfer Bobby Jones and investment banker Clifford Roberts. They had this dream of creating this masterpiece. I mean, it's incredible.
It's incredible unless you're driving by it on the outside.
Yeah.
And then it's nothing. I mean, you would drive by one of the most beautiful courses in the whole wide world, and you would be within 50 yards of it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right
and you
there.
would never know
You
it.
would never know it. It is secluded. It is
Yeah.
pretty impressive,
Yeah.
for what these guys do. I mean, they think of everything when they going into this tournament. And this is the only major tournament and the PGA Tour that hosts the same tournament at the same place every year, which is the Masters. All the other ones are rotated by different courses,
Gotcha.
which that's kind of cool. I mean,
Well, then that kind of hampers the Masters too. We were discussing this at one point about, their hands are tied with weather and time of year, and so they've got to fight Mother Nature to make sure that all the stuff is in bloom at the right time.
Mhm.
So I can't imagine. And you were telling us a story about the ice, which I thought was cool.
They are in Georgia, which is a hot part of the country, but they can get frost, just like most states can. But they have to, if it's frost, water, the flowers, make sure they don't, wilt and die.
But you were saying
the one story I heard was like, they don't want the flowers to bloom too soon. They want it to be fully bloomed and perfect during this tournament. So I've heard that they put ice in these flowers to kind of slow the process down.
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how they, you think of this, and they probably get the best of the, greenskeepers and just everybody that goes into this. And maybe
what a panicky job. What a stressful job that would be.
Maybe this was trial and error, but maybe it was somebody that's like, I've heard this before, and this is what happens, and they tried it. I mean,
and it worked.
It worked. But yeah,
and Gene and I both have been lucky enough to attend.
Mm-hmm.
And Gene threw he got struck by lightning twice.
Yeah.
And I got lucky with being an acquaintance of somebody who got me in. But Gene won the lottery to get tickets twice.
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
And the lottery that he mentioned, it's you can't just buy these tickets.
Yeah.
It's only through the lottery, unless you're like the media or a member or some kind of former player that's a member, whatever.
Yeah.
But you do the lottery every year. You can pick. There's 3 practice rounds and 4 tournament days.
Gotcha.
And I've been fortunate to been to a Monday practice round and a Tuesday practice round.
I got to go to a Monday practice round,
yeah.
and it was a blast. And from what everybody says, it's much more laid back than being there during the tournament.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so
that you can, the practice rounds you can take cameras in. You can't take cell phones. You can't take video cameras. You can't do any video whatsoever, but you're allowed to take cameras in. And a first timer, that was very important. That's I want to capture this moment. Capture the scenery and just everything about it.
And I remember going through when you first go through the gates, the turnstiles, they check you for stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the guys that was in our party had this little teeny tiny pocket knife. It wasn't but about 2 or 3 inches long, and it was something that his dad had given him. And they were like, "No, you can't take that in." And he was like, "Well, can you hold it for me?" They're like, "No.
Mm-mm.
If you give it to us, we're going to throw it in the trash."
Yep.
We're very, very sorry, but we just don't have the mechanism to keep things like that for everybody. And so he walked it back to the car, which was a feat because it was parking there. You can imagine, it was a long way.
Yeah.
So little things like that, and you could see other people who were being told, "No, you can't take that in," or
right.
"No, that's too big," or
Well, we being the first timers, we didn't know anything about it either, and obviously we got there early. We got there before the parking lot even filled up. So we were pretty close to the main gate.
Yep.
So if we had to come back to the car, and that's just us being ready or kind of understanding like, hey, we don't know where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out. We don't want to park, miles away.
Yeah. Oh, and another neat thing I remember at the turnstiles was when they let you in, a lot of people want to run.
Yeah.
And that's a no-no.
Big no-no.
Yeah, you're not allowed to run. And so, they'll calm you down, say, no running.
Yeah.
And it's not just running there. You can't run anywhere on the course. So like if you're trying to get Tiger's on, hole 5, I need to run over there. Oh, no. You can walk briskly.
You can walk a little quick.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
But even when they call you down for things like that, they're so kind.
They're so polite about it.
Yeah.
It's one of the things like, that maybe a first timer, they don't know the rules. Now there is some things that, the do's and don'ts, and hopefully everybody, reads that and pays attention. But, sometimes you may not just understand, why can't I run?
Yeah.
But, it makes sense. We don't want to trample on anybody,
Yeah, exactly. And I think they want to bring the prestige up that they don't want this huge big swarm of people like, flying and running over to one section.
Yeah.
The other neat thing and that I thought was really interesting was you can save a spot by the rope with a chair.
With a chair.
But it's got to be a special chair.
Yeah.
It can't have arms.
Right.
And it's something like it can't have a color print or anything. It's got to be a solid color.
I don't know about the color, but I think it just has to be solid. We bought the Masters chairs. That's the one thing you're talking about going in. That's the first thing we did. We went straight to the merchandise.
Gotcha.
We went straight to there. That way we did our thing because we were kind of towards the front of the line. We did our thing and got our merchandise and then saw the course. And, because it wasn't necessarily we had to be anywhere. It wasn't a tournament because it was a practice round. Because the golfers, the PGA golfers, they have a scheduled time that they practice. So, there was a list of like, well, Tiger's going to be out here at this time or, maybe what's his name? Freddie Couples. Freddie Couples may be out here. Because the only reason I say those two because Freddie Couples and Tiger play a practice round a lot together, and they have for the last few years. But so we just kind of went to the merchandise tent and we stopped and got something to eat. They have breakfast that early.
Oh gosh, the food! I love the food, and it's not expensive.
It's not very expensive at all. I think I heard if you bought everything on the menu, it cost you $70.
Yeah, and
that's everything.
I had, I think, at least 10 or 12 pimento cheese sandwiches throughout the day, and if memory serves me right, they were $1. And try to buy a sandwich at any other place for $1.
Right,
it ain't gonna happen. And they gave all the drinks, soft drinks or whatever, came in these plastic Masters cups. And it amazed me how many people were throwing those away.
Yeah, they just didn't want that souvenir. I took everything I could.
Yeah, I trash picked.
I did.
I would.
I drank a lot that day, but
and I'm sorry, I came out of there with like 24 Masters cups.
Yeah,
but I'm kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean that is souvenirs because
we still got them. I still drink out.
Yeah, when do you think we're going to get to go back? When can we be that lucky to get tickets again? Do we know somebody that has tickets going to take us, or we have to wait for the lottery? I'm hoping we can get them again.
Well,
real soon.
My hope is, I have a plan. I heard that PGA pros can go to the Masters.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting.
Yeah, right.
I'm just waiting for my buddy PGA pro over here to get his card, and then he's going to take his good for nothing friend to the Masters.
Well, we may be on some kind of scooters, but if you're waiting that long.
I love the scooter stories. If y'all haven't seen the scooter stories, you got to go back and watch the Bassmasters scooter stories. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, for me, it just hits differently. I've been to a few PGA tournaments, and they're all great. They're all fantastic. This one just kind of hits different. I think it's just the way they handle it. Whether it's no phones, just cameras only. The no running, as you mentioned, the pristine grass. I mean,
and you can't sit on the grass.
Yeah, right.
You're allowed. You can sit in a chair if you bring your little folding chair, but like no matter where you are, and that's the other neat thing too. Like there's no bad spots. Like if you're going from one hole to another, and if you go, off the beaten path, it's still perfect. It's still mowed. It's still perfect, and you're not allowed to sit on the grass.
Yeah,
you just can't do it. And if you do, they will politely tell you not to. And when I say politely, I'm not being sarcastic. I mean it's like your sweet little grandma coming up and telling you, "No, sweetie, you can't sit on that grass now."
Well, I'll tell you, for me, with this tournament, it's the tradition. It's the history. I'll say pressure, but it's not pressure necessarily for me. It's for the golfers. I think it's the one tournament where I think even non-golfers will just kind of stop and watch. If it's on TV, it's that fantastic.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not about who wins. Now I have players that I pull for, but a lot of times it's not about who wins. It's just that moment.
And the stories that seem to happen every year.
Yeah, well, yeah, the incredible shots that you see, and just like, man, that just happened.
Yeah, and I mean, when we were there, and I know you've talked about this too, that we both saw it, and we talked about how that it's a little less pressure. It's a little more laid back. There's one hole where it's across water. It's par 3, and the way the water goes sloping right up to the green.
Yeah,
and not the water sloping. The water's level. The green slopes to the water. Yeah, it would be really good if Augusta could slope water.
Maybe they can.
Maybe they can. I don't know. Yeah. But all the guys, actually, the players will go to the edge, and they will skip balls across the water and have them roll up on the green. Yeah. And it's so neat to watch them do that, and everybody laughs and claps, and
it's entertainment for the crowd. But I'll tell you, I've got something that's called Skip It.
Skip It.
So they actually sell hats that says Skip It.
Oh, cool.
And this the crazy story about this, there was another U.S. amateur champion that was credited for the first skip in 1972.
Really?
Using the 3-iron, and he described it as, it's like, watch this moment.
Yeah.
And it was,
hold my beer.
Yeah, and it was just a lighthearted, crowd-thrilling moment. And it's the challenges of skipping this ball multiple times.
Oh yeah, it's like skipping. It's watching them like somebody skipping a rock. I mean, it's like.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the patrons that are in attendance gets a huge kick out of it. Oh, yeah,
everybody's screaming and hollering. It's really cool.
And that's going back to the tournament versus practice rounds, that's the only really time that you will, people will cheer during a swing. Yeah. Kind of during that moment. But, obviously they still cheered in the tournament, but it's just kind of after the fact.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But that's pretty cool. I wanted to know, like, how did this thing start? Yeah. And that's how it was. The U.S. Amateur in 1972, just kind of, watch this moment.
Wow.
Love it.
Now, when we went, I remember the big deal was, and I think it was maybe the U.S., I want to say it was an amateur, or maybe it was the junior or whatever, but there was this one kid that maybe had won some. See, I'm a fisherman talking about golfer here. And so, like I said, I'm going to make stuff up. I'm going to lie. This young kid who was like 12 or 13 had won some big tournament, and he was out there going along doing the whole thing too. And it was really funny. They were talking about how that as young as Tiger was at that point, this kid wasn't even born when he'd won his first Augusta tournament, won his first Masters.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, Tiger Woods.
1997.
Tiger Woods won his first. Mm-hmm. This kid wasn't even born yet. Yeah. And here he was out there, and it's like, wow.
Well, I watched a little bit today, and, I'm going to timeline ourselves here, but I watched a little bit today, first round, and there was a 18-year-old. He was like a U.S. amateur, or was it U.S.? Maybe it was an Asian amateur. And he had won this Asian amateur, and he was 18 years old.
Wow.
And the one another one I watched was a U.S. amateur, and he was playing with, I think, Rory McIlroy and somebody, and it was like, he wasn't shooting McIlroy's score, but dude, he was holding his own. I'm like, cool. It's impressive, and I love to see amateurs, make the cut and just perform well, because their nerves are like, holy crap, they're just.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
Especially if you're playing with Rory or, John Rahm or somebody that's huge.
Yeah. Who?
John Rahm.
I don't know who that is. Yeah. Sorry.
He's a
guy.
He's a great golfer.
I remember, when we were there, I knew a lot. I knew some of the golfers. Some of them I didn't know. But I remember Bernhard Langer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the reason I remember him so much is my buddy and I, who had, who we were there together, we were on this one fairway, and Bernhard Langer was teeing off, and this wasn't like he was hitting a pitching wedge. He was coming off the tee with a driver, and it was straight, but there was only a gap between the gallery on both sides. I couldn't have been 20 yards. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there with our heads stuck out. We're like 40 yards right in front of him, looking right down the barrel of the gun, basically. And, he's just, and I remember he hit the ball, and I could hear it as it went. And I thought, well, this is the dumbest thing I think I've ever done. What, and just having my head stuck out there. But, like when we're golfing, we're afraid to stand kind of parallel, like 45-degree angle from somebody because you're liable to get hit. You never know. Sometimes we're worried about hitting or standing behind somebody.
Yeah, we get behind the golf cart.
Yeah, we hide behind trees and a golf cart. But yet here we were out there with our stinking heads stuck right out there in the middle watching old Bernhard shoot a ball so close to us that it whistled by.
So much trust. Like these guys are good. Now, with that said, everybody still has a bad shot, but we have so much trust in these pros that, they're not going to shank one to us.
Well, but you think of not only us, but think of the pressure that puts on them. I mean, they're up to the tee and they look out there and they go, there's 50 of the dumbest people I've ever seen. They got their heads stuck out there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's the one thing I'm impressed by these golfers is their focus.
Yeah.
There it is, like on the tee box, they're just absolutely lined up, probably 5 or 6 deep. It may go 100 yards out past the tee box. And these guys, it doesn't faze them one bit. Unlike me, it's like, guys, you may want to just leave the premises. You may want to
let's get behind that tree. No, that's too far in front of me.
There's 2,000 of us. We all can't get behind this tree.
We can't all get behind the tree.
We can't do it.
You just it's the kind of the Darwin Awards. You just get behind the stupidest. The closer you are, the dumber you are, I guess. But
yeah, well,
but it was fun. We and we had a blast.
Well,
but speaking of that, I remember, and you were talking about the skill level. It's the first time, and I'd been playing golf for 20 years, still was no better, but I remember we were following Bubba Watson and his caddy, and they were on this one hole, and it was a dog leg to the right, and they were discussing where he wanted his ball to go, which is what most golfers do. But it didn't stop there. They also discussed how they wanted it to fly and get there. And I'll never forget, Bubba was trying to explain it to his caddy, and he said, and there was this big old pine that had these big, beautiful branches way up there. And he said, okay, see that one branch that's sticking out up there on that pine, which was probably, 100, 150 yards up the fairway. He said, see the one sticking out there? He says, I want to be about 10 feet out and about 10 feet down as I go by that. And I was like, oh, he's just messing with us. And it was like that ball was in a tube. It went exactly where he wanted it to and then made its turn. And I was floored at that amount of skill.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hope the ball goes forward, not backwards.
Or left and right.
Oh, I have no control left and right. I just wanted to go that way. But yeah, I was impressed.
Yeah. Watching these guys, I saw a little thing today that, they keep not just Augusta National, but all courses are getting longer. The players are getting stronger. The equipment's getting better. I saw one today, I think in 2000, that in the year 2000, that the yardage at Augusta was like 6,900 yards.
Yeah.
Now it's almost like 7,800.
I wonder when they're going to quit changing the courses and start restricting equipment.
Well, now that's one thing, that you brought that up, that they have been talking about for the last couple of years, to do a golf ball rollback. because the golf balls they have now are just so hot, and like they're talking about rolling it back to when I hear roll back, I'm thinking like
I was thinking the ball's going to roll.
well, they're going to go back a few years where before all this technology or all this material, whatever made these balls hot, they're going to kind of go back, and roll it back, where they're not hitting it as far.
Well, they do that in other sports. I mean, I know that there's restrictive flight baseballs and softballs, and that they've just gotten to where that they need to do that, and bats. I'm a baseball fan, and so I know that they have wooden bat leagues. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be cool if they had a wooden club league? Go back to the old.
I think they do. I think it's called polo.
Polo, yeah. Bring me my pony. My golf game is much closer to polo than it is golf. I mean, because I'm like one pony short of, hit it again.
Yeah.
Hit it
well,
again.
I think you're right about, just real quick about the baseballs, when there is home runs galore, like home runs all the time in baseball, well, they'll bring the other ball back and let it be a pitcher's league. Let it be, because these guys, again, the same sport or a different sport, they're getting bigger. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible the training and that these guys do on any professional level.
I'll say this, and I know that I'm straying from golf a little bit, but the other day I heard something about sprinters, and they talked about how that like 60 years ago, the difference between a 100-yard dash 60, 80 years ago to now is less than a second. Mm-hmm. But yet the increase in equipment and, the updates, that just got these crazy shoes with all this stuff and these huge training regimens. And so, but yet they've only been able to just eke forward
just a little bit at a time,
So,
well, another going back to Augusta National for the Masters, another probably one of the most famous 3-hole stretch, probably in all of golf, is Amen Corner.
Uh-huh.
You've heard that. Amen Corner is hole 11, 12, and 13. It's a par 4, par 3, and a par 5, and absolutely incredible. Probably hard as heck,
That's the one with the bridge, right?
Yes. It's and hole 13 is the one that they keep moving back. It's a par 5, and these guys just keep hitting it past this corner and being able to go for it in 2.
Wow.
It's just incredible, but I love this one here. So, Amen Corner. Mm-hmm. Do you know how it got its name?
Nope.
So, there was a guy named what is his name? Hang on a minute. So
Neil Armstrong.
There was a guy named Herbert Wind, W-I-N-D. He described this stretch. He was inspired by a jazz record called "Shouting in the Amen Corner."
Oh, wow!
And it was he described he used this phrase to describe Amen Corner as a crucial stretch of the tournament. And a lot of times, it's often decided by these 3 holes. So I read that the other day, and I thought that was absolutely the coolest thing. And honestly, it's a stretch, of course, where they're either praying or about to need prayers. When they go through these 3-hole stretch.
Wow.
I thought that just because you hear these names, and I'm not sure if I mentioned, but all these holes are named after flowers or trees or some kind of shrubs.
Cool.
And this one here, it's just a whole 3-hole stretch called Amen Corner. The coolest thing, it's pretty amazing.
I remember hearing a story about a guy, and you can look this up. A guy's name's Mo Norman. Have you ever heard of him? Mm. They say he was the most accurate golfer that there ever was. And Gene's thinking, yeah, you're making stuff up. But no, you'll have to look him up. His name's Mo Norman, and he was playing with somebody, and they were at this, and he was playing in the Masters, and he was in whatever hole that is where the bridge is. And
If it's a par 3, number 12 maybe.
I don't know, but the one that they said was something about where he was lined up. He couldn't make it all the way across the water, and he said, they asked him, he's like, well, you can't make it there. And he goes, well, I'm going to go across the bridge. And he actually hit his ball, and it rolled across the bridge.
Oh, wow.
And so I thought that was a neat story,
Yeah.
but it could be a lie.
I
don't know.
It's a story that we're going to stick to it.
That's right.
It's our opinion.
Yeah.
And nothing else matters.
Yeah. I love that. T-shirt coming.
T-shirt time. So, the other thing, when these when people win the Masters, there is an exclusive annual gathering. It's called the Masters Champion Dinner. Whoever wins the prior year has to host. Whoever wins has to host a Champions Dinner the next year. Like last year, Roy McIlroy won.
Yeah.
So he's hosting a dinner. It's his menu, his drinks. Whatever he wants. I'm sure that's why you have 12 months to kind of plan this, and the champion pays the bill.
Oh.
Pays the bill for it.
How many of them are there?
So I think right now there's probably 25.
Oh, well, that's not horrible.
Yeah, but it's still like over $30,000.
Wow.
Something like that. But apparently this year the wine list was incredible. I wish I knew what it was, but
wow.
But yeah, it's just it just allows whoever wins, it allows them to pay homage to wherever they're from, if that's the type of food they want. And it's pretty cool. You're invited to be a member. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And also they get this iconic green jacket.
Oh yeah.
The green jacket. I love these stories, and I'm giving you some history lessons tonight on all this, how this thing starts. The green jacket, it started in 1930. In 1930, while attending the championship in Royal Liverpool, Bobby Jones, the amateur golfer, he was attending the Royal Liverpool Club, and where they give red jackets.
Oh.
And he just thought that was kind of like the coolest thing. It kind of like gives you an exclusive and differentiate people from the champions, So he kind of brought this ideal back, and obviously they're not going to use red like they did, and they kind of come up with this colors of is it red, is it yellow? They kind of Georgia peach was kind of floated around.
Oh, that'd be neat.
But eventually the club settled on the green that pillowed the azalea bushes.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. And everybody, and the cool thing, you only get to wear these green jackets while you're on site.
Oh wow!
You can't take them with you. Now the winner can, like for the first year, like Roy, he won last year.
Yeah,
he can take his green jacket and keeps it for 12 months. And when he comes back to the Masters tournament, he has to turn it back in.
Oh wow!
But he can take it to wherever he wants to and just kind of pose for pictures. But once that 12 months is over, it belongs at the club.
Well, I've noticed that I've seen pictures and stuff about when they're presented the green jacket. Mm-hmm. Isn't it like that the past year's winner? And then I was wondering, well, what happens if you win it 2 years in a row?
So the chairman, the Augusta National Golf Club chairman, puts it on you.
Puts it on you. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the green jackets, it kind of stands out, as we was talking about earlier. It kind of stands out with the patrons. That way they can see who's who. But yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That is neat.
Now you hear these stories. I remember reading or looking or hearing about like somebody finding a green jacket at the Goodwill or something, and who knows if it's true or not. I don't know.
I don't know if it is or not.
It would kind of suck to have to give your jacket back after a year.
Yeah, and any time you come to Augusta National,
you get to wear it.
You get to wear it.
Wow.
It's kind of required to wear it. And if you win multiple Masters tournaments, one jacket.
You get your old jacket back?
You don't get multiple jackets. It's the same jacket if you win.
Wow.
Like Tiger Woods, he's won 5.
Yeah.
One jacket.
One jacket. Has John Daly ever won the Masters?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, man.
No, it's.
I like John Daly.
I do too.
He's pretty cool.
He's actually, I think he's hanging out. So there was a Hooters in Augusta National, or excuse me, Augusta, Georgia, but they tore it down.
Oh, did they?
They
it was there a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's where John Daly would hang out and probably buy everybody's food, and they just whatever. And so this year, I think he's at Top Golf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's at Top Golf.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that was, something else, that John Daly is kind of like the whole opposite of what the Masters wants, but still, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I love this week. I think there's good weather down there, and a lot of times they'll kind of fight, a lot of wind or maybe some rain. And
yeah, I remember it actually getting like postponed or something for a couple of days, or like halfway through they had to, because of a hurricane or something.
Yeah. When we the first time we went in 19, we were there all day, and you can see these black clouds rolling in, and it was kind of late in the evening anyway, and we were like, we were kind of done. It's like at least it didn't rain during the day and kind of ruin our moment and our experience. But we had a good time. But
I'd love to go back. I think it was a great experience, and yeah, I'd love to. I can't wait till you get your card, man.
Yeah,
I'm there.
Yeah. I'm gonna take. All right, we're back.
We never left.
Oh man, we never left. So I think we're about ready to wrap up. We've got a few things we want to kind of finish up with.
Yeah, we want to show you Gene's swag.
Yeah,
I mean, look.
So if you can see
got
it,
his Masters
this
hat.
this comes from Augusta,
And he's got his Masters
I've
shirt.
got my Master shirt
And
on.
the back looks really cool too.
We at Augusta, people will spend a ton at the merchandise shop.
So I talked about how cheap the food was. How was the merch?
It's not as bad as you would think. It's still just like any T-shirt. I don't know what this one costs, but it's we'll drop a few $100s inside easy.
Okay. Well,
I've got a pullover. I bought a rain jacket and some hats and just some souvenir stuff, and I don't know. I can't remember what I spent. Probably $500 or $600 or something. But
God.
Yeah, and that's nothing, dude. That's like dropping a bucket. That's like a dime of somebody. These people go in and they'll spend $20,000.
Holy crap! I remember me and Max went to a Tennessee Titans game, and he went down to check on buying a jersey, and he came back with this like startled look. And he was like, "Good Lord, they wanted like $399 for that jersey."
Yeah,
I was like,
thanks.
Yikes!
No,
So if you got out of there with a couple $100, man, I guess you did good.
You can. I mean, you can get a hat and a T-shirt and probably a pullover or whatever. You can spend $200-300 and be fine.
And 10 pimento cheese sandwiches.
10 pimento cheese sandwiches, which is what, $1.50 a piece. So
$1.
$1.50.
Well, when I was there, it was $1.
Oh.
And I think, and the reason I thought that was because I figured they did it because they didn't want to have change.
Well, I'm not sure what year you guys went, but now that's all card, cashless.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Maybe it was back then.
Yeah, no.
I've slept since then.
Yeah.
And drank a beer.
They know the merchandise is pretty dang cool. I think people don't want to spend a lot of that money because, again, going back, when's the next time we get to go? So, I'm not going to go in there and spend my life savings on that or nothing, but, I'm going to make sure I have some stuff I can talk about, and wear, and still feel good that I spent what I want to spend. I didn't overdo it.
See, this shows you the difference between Gene and myself. I was going through trash cans picking out plastic cups that people had slobbered in.
Yeah.
Gene was buying merchandise.
I was buying merchandise.
So when I got back, I had a pamphlet and 45 plastic cups that said Masters on them.
I hope we can all go. I hope we can go again.
Yep.
But we can all 4 of us get tickets and go and just have make a weekend out of it.
Can we fish? You think I can take my pole?
Not on the course.
Fish on the course? Can you see me sitting on the little bridge there at the Amen corner? Gene, I got one. I got a bite.
I bet there's no fish at all. I bet they
really.
I bet they even keep them out.
I don't know. They probably train them, you know, to keep down the algae. Yeah,
possibly. I'll tell you one last fact about this. You know, when we went the second time, we walked probably 9.5 miles.
Good grief!
You know, we wanted the first time we got to see the whole course, but we didn't really get to walk the whole course. We just kind of looked at it. We sit down, watched several golfers come through and practice, and then moved and watched them. The second time we went, we walked every inch of that course.
Oh wow!
And it was, now you know this. It's uphill and downhill.
Oh yeah.
It's not just a flat, you know, terrain. It's it's up and down.
Yeah, if you get a chance, go on Google Earth and pull it up. It's pretty easy to find, but and then it's so amazing. You look at it from Google Earth and you're thinking, oh God, there's houses everywhere. There's an old Hooters. You know, you're just saying there's, but truly, when you're there, there is not a single place that you can drive to and see that course. You can't see a single hole, maybe the tops of some trees. Yeah. But otherwise, I don't know how they've done it.
Well, even I think it's Washington Street is that main strip.
Yeah.
When you're going down Washington Street, Magnolia Lane, which is the main drag, like you can when you go by, you can
look through it for a second.
You can look through there and see a building, but it's lined with trees. It's so beautiful. I wish, you know, we were able to
Hey, maybe we can do our podcast there. We've talked about doing a rogue podcast.
Yeah.
You know, just like run in somewhere and podcast really quick. Hey, we're podcasting from the White House. Blah, blah, blah. You know, oh, God, Secret Service and run.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we could do it from it'd probably be easier to do the White House than it would be Augusta. Augusta. God. Hey, I have a quick fact about Augusta.
Okay.
Tiger Woods can't drive.
Why is that?
Because he drinks. Haven't you been listening to that stuff?
I thought it was a lead up to a joke or something.
No, I'm sorry. That was the punchline.
Oh.
Yeah. The joke was I have a fact about the Masters. The punchline was Tiger Woods can't drive.
I didn't get it, did I?
Sorry, man. There again, that's terrible of me to say.
Yeah,
taking advantage of poor Tiger.
I'll tell you, man, about Tiger, though. I do miss watching Tiger, you know, because here's my take on this. You know, when Jack Nicklaus played, I think Jack Nicklaus kind of, during his time, changed the game. Okay. You know, and there was somebody before him, maybe it was Sam Snead or somebody before him.
Mo Norman.
Changed the game for him. But when Tiger came along, he changed the game.
Yeah.
He was the next generation that changed the game, and look what it has become now. You know, when people say that the Tiger roar, it is 100% true.
Really?
When you're playing and watching him, I mean, there's people swarm around him.
Wow.
And like, you know, he hits a great shot. There's this roar, and a lot of times people know it's probably Tiger. Mm. It's incredible, but I do appreciate that he took this game to the next level.
Well, you know, now that you say that, I mean, it's like you hear people talk about supercars, and you know that they get faster and faster, and you know, then all of a sudden somebody comes out with another car that just takes it to a next step, and then it's like, oh, now we're hypercars.
Yeah,
I think truly he was a hyper player. He brought it up a level, and then.
Well, you look at, you know, I remember watching, you know, Jack a little bit kind of toward the end of his career, and so it's like, so I didn't get to really, except for the highlights and old tournaments, get to watch him. Mm-hmm. But you know, I'm sure what Jack did was equivalent to what Tiger did in his time.
Yeah.
But look at what Tiger. I can speak on Tiger because I watched him play. What Tiger has done when he changed the game was just. The people got stronger. The training became better. You know, the way you eat and the way you do everything. Oh, yeah. You know, the clubs, the equipment. You know, it just got better. And I'm sure it's companies too, just trying to get that next big thing. But you know, I kind of credit Tiger back in the mid '90s to get start that change.
See, now I was always, I'm older school. I was like, the Arnold Palmer and the Cha-Cha Rodriguez. That's for you, Dwayne.
Chi-Chi.
Cha-Cha. Yeah.
That's funny.
Good old Cha-Cha.
Cha-Cha. Dude,
Cha-Cha
and like I said, that was kind of like, I was young, but I watched Arnold Palmer, Gary Player, and Chi-Chi Rodriguez. I mean, all these guys play, and it's just, and like those group of guys was probably the Sam Sneads and the Bobby Jones and all those guys back then. And then here's this generation with Jack Nicklaus, and now we got Tiger.
Yeah, but you think about it, Tiger came in there looking like an athlete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, truly like bulked up and muscles, and it's like, wait a minute, you mean I can't go laze around and still, hit the ball? Because
John Daly.
No, even worse than that. Who was the dude that had the big walrus mustache and they called him the Walrus?
I don't know his real name, but it was Walrus.
Yeah. I mean, he was a whopper.
Yeah.
And so, and all of a sudden it's like, you mean I can't look like this and play golf? Oh, no. See that guy over there? Yeah, Tiger Woods.
He's changing.
He's changed everything. Yeah, we can't just loaf around anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Like I said, I missed Tiger this week in a tournament. I hope
hope he does good.
Yeah, hope he does well and just gets better and comes back.
And even if he doesn't get better, hire a driver. Good. It's not like you can't afford it.
Yeah,
I think that's terrible.
I think it's probably because of the privacy. He doesn't want like a driver to kind of know where he's going.
I guess, but I mean, hey, you could pay anybody enough money to be blind.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I would drive him around, and I would swear up and down I'd never seen him.
I don't know where he's at.
Who?
Who's this guy?
Who's this Woods fellow you're talking? I didn't see any tigers.
Yeah. Well, that's our take on the Masters.
On the Masters.
I hope that our opinions, it gives you a little bit of humor, a little bit of advice, not advice, but just some kind of tips and facts. And
I wish that we could have done like the Bassmasters and had on-site stuff. Pictures and videos of us being there.
Yeah, that would have been cool. And maybe we'll see where this thing takes us. Maybe we'll get invited.
Hey, that's right. They'll see the podcast.
Who are these fools?
Who are these guys? And why are they talking about us? We're going to sue them.
Everything they said is not true.
Yeah, that one guy over there. No, he's been lying from the get-go.
He's been lying from the start.
We don't know what he's talking about.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's about time. I have something. So with that said, real quick, I have something special for you tonight in our review.
I had something really special. Gene's hat, and he won't let me.
Yeah, I vetoed it.
He vetoed it and said he's not going to wear it tonight. So,
so hang tight. We have a special review. So
special review.
Did you hear that?
I hear that.
Spirits Review. All right, man. Well, hey, we are back.
We never left.
Did
we hit the button?
Yes, we did.
Thank goodness.
All right, guys, we are back. We have something that
Gene brought something that just blew my mind.
So let me just give you a little bit. So every year there's a company that does this taste of the Masters, approval from Augusta National.
Ooh.
And there's 3 levels you can do. There's food one, which is like feeds like 18 to 24 people, 20 to 24 people.
Holy cow.
And there's the one below that is probably around 8 to 12 people.
Yeah.
And then there's the Azalea kit. It's just a cocktail mix. And that's what I have. We have the Azalea cocktail mix.
Isn't that cool?
That we're going to review or just drink and just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm going to say it's awesome. And I haven't even opened it.
Yeah, this is the box that came in. So let's open it and kind of give it.
I'm going to move this prop.
All right. So yeah, the cool thing is
I'll hold it up, Gene, and you can do the
So
presentation.
they just give us a little bit of, it says, the taste of traditions never gets old. We hope you enjoy the 90th Masters Tournament. And this is what's in it.
Wow.
And then they give you a little cocktail mixing instructions, which what we will be doing. We're going to recreate the azalea cocktail that's at the Masters.
Nice.
So we have what comes in here, what do you call these things? Jigger.
Jiggers.
So what we have here, what we have here, they give you a jigger
Yay.
to help, measure.
Oh, how cool. It looks
that-
awesome.
It's got the Masters logo on it. It's pretty dang cool.
Yep.
The second one here I'm going to pull out is the cocktail shaker. That we're actually going to do.
This is
right
so cool.
here. We're going to do it right here for you guys.
Now, this is kind of like all the what do you call them? The awnings and everything are all green striped.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
they think of everything. It's
Wow.
impressive. So here's the little cocktail shaker. We'll put that right there. Let's do this one first. So they gave us 6 cups that we're going to actually drink out of tonight.
Yay.
Probably a little 8-ounce, 10-ounce cup has 26 Masters logo on it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hey, those look kind of like the ones that I stole out of the trash can.
I know it. And so we have.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
We have the azalea cocktail mix. This is non-alcoholic, so that's
We're
why.
gonna remedy that.
So that's why they kind of let you know they use vodka. We're going to use Tito's tonight
Okay.
to do our mixture, non-alcoholic, and that's why we're going to use the Tito's.
Yay.
You ready for this?
I am so
Dude.
ready for this. What else we got? I mean, is there anything else we need to take out?
They gave us some coasters, and I probably won't ever
Yeah, it's
use.
But still.
Taste of the Masters with the logo.
Oh, but you can't forget. They gave us a swizzle stick.
They gave us a little stick
Got to get the swizzle stick.
to stir.
Okay, can I set the box
You
down
can-
now?
You can.
Okay, I'm going to set the box down now. One more time.
You can set it behind us if you want to. And it'll
This is going to be the test. Who can get? Can I set the box up quicker, or can Gene get the bottle open? I don't know if
Dude,
I can.
I am
I'm going to set it
so-
right here.
I am so stoked about this. I got this in about a week ago, actually.
I'm stoked about it, and I just found out about it. I think it's crazy awesome.
So,
Oh yeah, look at that thing.
so they give us. We're going to do 3 parts of our cocktail mix and 1 part vodka, based on them. So, which one do you want to do?
Oh, should we open it? You got the vodka open.
So you want to put that in there?
Okay.
And
Do we need ice or not?
No, I think we're okay.
Okay, it's
I
cool
think-
enough.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
So
cool.
we're going to do.
Oh yeah, I got to put it in here, don't I? One. Trois. Tres.
There we go. And then we will.
You got to double it.
Oh, you think it's enough?
No, I mean, we got 2 of us.
Oh.
Oh, maybe Gene didn't want me to try this. Un. Dos. 3.
There we go.
Total of 6.
Yay!
Yay.
Now
Oh, that's
I'm so stoked about this, man.
is so awesome. I'm going to read about it while you're doing that, while you're doing the pourry thing. The mix can be enjoyed on its own or crafted as a traditional azalea cocktail. To recreate our azalea, combine 3 parts of cocktail mix and 1 part of vodka in a shaker without ice.
There you go, man.
Shake vigorously and strain. Top with a garnish of a plum and enjoy your azalea with the sights and sounds of the Masters. Oh, it smells good.
Hope I don't.
Yeah, make sure it's on there good. And there you
Look at
go.
that. Look at that. We're shaking it, baby.
We're shaking. Shake, baby, shake.
I don't know how much is in there.
We'll find out. Look at that. Perfect.
Pretty
pour.
close, ain't it?
Perfect pour.
Pretty dang close. Again,
Okay.
this is the Azalea cocktail mix with some Tito's vodka.
The taste of tradition never gets old.
It's this is pretty cool. This is pretty special.
This is crazy special, Gene, and thank you very much for letting me be a part of it.
Yeah. So
5 stars.
cheers,
Cheers, my friend.
and let's dive in.
Masters. That's good stuff.
That is good.
That sip tastes just like another.
So what kind of mix is that? Can you describe it?
It's citrus. So I'm going with like a grapefruit.
I think that's kind of like a
Really
grapefruit.
sweet red grapefruit maybe. Because it's got that little sour bite at
little
the
bite.
end.
It says it with lemonade, pineapple juice.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed pineapple juice. That went down the wrong hole. Gee, sorry. I wouldn't have guessed pineapple juice.
Oh man,
But it's very good. I would have gone with grapefruit. So lemon and pineapple. That's pretty cool.
how do you say that?
Grenadine.
So that's what's in it.
Okay, so the grenadine is a kind of like almost like cherry juice.
Okay.
So that's where your sweet's coming from. A lot of sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So I wanted this last year, and they were sold out by the time I got to it. So when you order this, they'll ship it and make sure it's at your home the weekend of the master, like before the week master starts.
Oh, so you didn't.
I just got this last Friday on the, just a few days before the master started.
That's pretty cool. So you can have it ready for you
Have it ready.
at the Masters.
Have it ready.
Oh, wow.
I think it would be better if it was chilled.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
it is cold, but I love
Sorry,
it.
I'm reaching. I was going to read some more. Ooh, here we go. Inspired by more than 30 varieties of azaleas at Augusta National Golf Club, the azalea has long been enjoyed as the signature cocktail of the Masters. Notes of lemon, zest, dark cherry, and pomegranate combine for a refreshing spring drink to complement the tournament viewing. Oh, so they do kind of promote it for, hey, watch us and drink.
Yeah.
To recreate the cocktail mix, 1 part vodka in a shaker with ice. Yeah, it does say that they do like ice.
Yeah, we didn't have ice, but
We had a plum, and Gene said, no, you're not putting a plum in
no
there.
plum.
No plum in there. That's all I had. Sorry.
Man, wow.
This is nice, Gene.
This guys, you guys nailed it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gene. I appreciate being in.
Heck yeah, man! I thought this would be
This
appropriate.
is awesome.
This will be appropriate for our
For the
Masters.
Masters podcast. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess the next big thing, I'm already. The next best thing. Sorry. Well, that hits you hard, fast. It's good stuff. That is really good stuff.
And I'm not, and that I'm a kind of a beer drinker.
Yes, you are a beer drinker.
But something like this, man, I could just sip on this and just have a good time.
Yeah. Well, we need to. Yeah. So we are the 2 day. So have they already started first round?
Yes.
Okay, so they've already started, and we're delayed, so y'all are going to hear us talking about this next week. But so by the time that you all see us talking about this, it will be over.
It will be over.
Boo.
Yeah, unless hopefully maybe I can do something tomorrow. We'll see.
What, you're going to go sneak in? The way you said that was like, yeah, unless I can do something tomorrow.
I'm gonna rent a helicopter.
I'm going to rent a helicopter.
And then just jump out.
I'm going to jump out and just parachute right down the middle of it.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody's ever tried to, somebody's tried to break in and tried to whatever you call it, to barnstorm.
I think they've actually arrested a guy today not today, but like early in the practice round for not leaving.
For not leaving?
I don't know if he snuck in or what the whole story was, but yeah, they.
What's do, like climb a tree and hide?
Yeah, there's like,
hey, that's. You said that.
I'm probably going to have to cut that part out.
You dropped the A-bomb. So far today, I have been so good. I haven't, well, except at the whole comparison between the Masters and the Masters.
Yeah.
Other than that, I haven't dropped a bomb yet, and Gene has dropped 2 S-bombs and an A-bomb.
Yes, I have. But I enjoyed it. I think I'll have some more after this is over, possibly.
Yeah.
So guys, appreciate you for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Get on there, subscribe, give us a comment.
Subscribe. And it's fun. Do this. And I did this last Friday. And if you can get onto a friend's computer, like they leave their computer up and running, a friend of mine did that. And I got on there and I subscribed him to our channel. So not only did I subscribe him, but I hit the notifications. I did the whole thing. So yeah, one of our subscribers last week is on there now getting notifications going, what in the world is this all about?
This thing?
What's this all about?
What's
That's what he gets for leaving the computer open.
That's exactly right.
I hope you know who you are at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So guys, that's
our cast for today.
That's our cast. Thank you guys. We are still enjoying it.
We're
still going strong. We've been at it for almost 4 months now.
And I've said this before. I promise you, we're going fishing at some point.
Yeah,
we're going to catch some fish.
I just need him to send me something like, hey, this is what we're talking about.
Yep. Yeah. So far, it's like everything's golf.
Yeah.
And we talk a little bit about, but the Bassmasters wasn't, but that was kind of, we did it. But yeah, we'll get out there, we'll catch some fish, we'll hit some balls, we'll have us a blast, and we'll drag you all along kicking and screaming.
Maybe we'll do the podcast on the boat.
I think that's a great idea. So until next time.
Guys, thank you.